This thing rolling. And the Bobcats will put total leather and will get started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Central Michigan's offense will take the field first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays.
Nice move, create some space. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film.
I don't think this quarterback's going to let that happen, man. He's too good.
First down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Get in the end zone. They'll run the option.
Whoa, come on.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Keep it going.
From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away. He'll pull it down. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at 39 before he goes out of bounds.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that one.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. And the Chippewas will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Bobcats offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone center. And he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Baker. That'll be enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 48.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell if his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Back to pass. Gets rid of it. Got his man on the right. Past the 45. Oh, he's got first base. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to
Yeah. They're giving me hell right now, man. Offense is stale. Let's go. Oh, come on.
He didn't get it, and what a stop by this defense to get the football back.
Yeah, you saw how they just overloaded the left-hand side that time. They were able to overwhelm the offensive line, get in the backfield, and then get their guys up to block that kick.
Got the first down and more. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. Linebacker, you can tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out in the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Quarterback on the keeper. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They're dealing with a second and long. Off play action. They're working it outside. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. Breaks it right open. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Bobcats are moving quickly down the field. Dropping back, it's Baker. Right down the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
It's incomplete. They've been waiting to run that one and couldn't quite pull it off. It's third down.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it. Made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And it's good from 58 yards out. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Florida State is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days when Bobby Bowden walked the sidelines, this has not been a blowout today in Tallahassee. They're up by a field goal over NC State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The Chippewas come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run the option. Oh, he's got a chance. There he goes. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll run his man on the option. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the option. Now the toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds onto that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
And the Chippewas will bring the punt team onto the field. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down. That'll be good to get to the back.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Well, it's first down, and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him in space.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one. A 47-yarder from the right hash. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And after the 3-spot guys were all tied up.
Yeah, I know. It's this 3-3 stack, man. It's hard to run out of unless you're under center.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Back to throw, it's Baker. And that defense
Thought that was a run.
down he goes at the 9.
How about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
The lone back's got it. Shakes off the defender. Finds a crease at the 20.
No, I didn't like it. I saw how Vaughn played him.
The chains.
I wanted to play nickel. I wanted to play nickel, and I wanted to play a lot of cover 0. And that one, he beat me on, it was mesh with a wheel route, and I was in cover 0. And I switched responsibilities with the inside linebacker and the guy blitzing off the edge. The problem was that I used it fine, and I was covering the wheel, but I stopped running. And he was able to get past me. And he scored right there. And his quarterback was getting blasted. Who played him fine. I mean, if I'm in phase right there instead of squaring up strafing and I'm just running back, he doesn't have anything. That was a frustrating play last night. But yeah, I wanted to play nickel. I just didn't think that it made sense. He was getting his reads out quick. I didn't want to fire zone him. I'm not sure.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. You make up the game plan.
Yeah, that's stupid how we could switch positions there.
Inside their own 20. They'll move the tight end. To the ground with the back.
Dude.
Got enough for the first down and once more. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Bobcats, after exploding for that huge
Look at this play.
Looking downfield, it's Baker. Fires to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way.
Check this play out again. I'll run it again.
In the first half, we just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half.
Yeah, I thought that was a little weird how you could get to odd.
The second one they've used this half. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Non-name receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what
I don't like that matchup there in the slot.
You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay. It's 35. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Now a lot of work to do.
Let's get him out of field goal range here. That back blocks were going.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Way to bounce back, kicker. Obviously, this guy
Off
already
to
had
PTC, buddy.
answers by kicking a bomb through the uprights. Well done.
I know.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. On the gun, he leads him to the back. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. The Chippewas will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Looking for blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs and help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky. If it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The give on the option. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. The Bobcats will punt this one away. This will be the first punt of the afternoon. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to take off. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket and he takes off.
And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback and disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He's brought down at the 7. second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, like they're ever going to call back and...
And that one will give him the lead. The AT unit on the field.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst. He showed all of those attributes right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They want to run it left here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Now what they had in mind to start this drive, here comes 2nd and 13. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Breaks into the open. Inside the 40. Past the 30. He's at the touchdown Bobcats. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the 2nd level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the
God, the double wing, man.
Man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
It's the damn double wing, Brady. So hard to play against.
Let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Arkansas State fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. The thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough, and they could just find a way. They're trailing by just 4 to Texas State. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Yeah. Get used to it, man. They've been doing a lot of it.
They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job. Assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Leaves it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now facing a 3rd and long. Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play.
Take that.
The offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense change?
Oh, man. They baited my ass.
Stop short on 4th down. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense.
Movement here, guys. Shut them down. Amarren los defensa.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Off the bootleg, lost to toss it. Working that left side now. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Bobcats with the 1st and 10. The give. Can't get him to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Don't forget, they've already had a field goal block. He slides that just inside the right upright. That gives him a 16-10 lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he's coming out the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, Dave.
It's always exciting when you can go for it on 4th down and you know your defense will make a stand. They held them to a field goal, Jesse. It's a pretty good job by that defense.
It is. So if I'm this coaching staff, don't deviate from the game plan here. Go back to doing what you want to do and get established in this game.
Running play action. Pocket running down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. We've come to the end of the period. Ohio has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And the Chippewas decide to punt it away. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Scanning the field, it's Baker. Precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Back.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
His back's got Heisman lit up.
Give to the back.
Let's go.
Kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. He He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And some room to work. Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Hold it. Offense.
The give to the fullback. There he goes. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball. And like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate you explosive plays.
We're fine. We just need to get a run game going here. We haven't really been able to cross the 50.
He makes the grab. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll try the right side.
Oh my god, the double wing. It's killing me.
Good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. And the Bobcats are flying.
People
down
think
the field.
spread offenses break defenses. No.
On the option. Stopped at the 13.
This is not good.
They try to turn this into points.
This is not good at all.
Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Alright, we need this right here.
No gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. 29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Looking to throw, it's Baker. This rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It is
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays.
Alright.
putting up a 3-spot. The kickoff unit
I don't
set
even
to go.
I don't even know where to go from here.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Gets it to him on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Rides the back on the option to give. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
And this is a no-brainer. It's 4th down. We're down multiple.
Brady, get back to work.
Make this happen. We got to get the 1st down. We can't be worried about the clock. Then we got to go fast, work the sidelines to the best of our advantage to save as much clock so we can get multiple scores.
The Chippewas will have it 1st and 10.
We might go yard here.
Use the play fake now to throw. There's a hit. Under heavy pressure as it's on. Oh, he has. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And there's really no question here after not getting it on that last run play. Down in the fourth quarter, fourth down, you've got to go.
Oh my God.
Who is your best matchup one-on-one that can get you this first down? Keep the drive moving and keep your chances of winning this game alive.
Time as possible. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bobcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Now on the option.
This offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a 4th and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quarterback adapting. He's going to run it. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Trying to escape and get it himself. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about.
Illegal forward pass.
You can't do that. An illegal forward pass will cost the offense 5 yards. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to do it himself.
I don't know. I gotta play another game after this.